Hi, so my name is Angel, right? A lot many people have actually sent me an email and have asked me, who am I? What's my real name? Where am I from? What are my religious and spiritual beliefs? What's my lifestyle? So I think this video is going to be like an introduction video on who am I, and where I'm from, etc., etc. So let's start. All right. So I was born in India. So this is where I'm born. Somewhere here. I was born in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, India, which is like my birthplace. A land of action, my land of karma. Because I live in United States since 2000 is United States, right? So I was born in a strict vegetarian Hindu family. We are very strict vegetarians. My parents are pure vegetarians. Even eggs are not allowed, right? Forget about meat or chicken or anything like that. I studied in English medium school until my 12th, right? In India, we have a lot many English medium schools, which means all our subjects are in English. That includes sciences and social sciences, etc., etc. So my father is an IT consultant and my mother is an English teacher. They're retired now, but my father is into software. In my family, education was given a priority. Everybody in my family is very educated, at least a PhD. Some of our doctors, engineers, most of them are actually doctors. They major in family medicine or cardiology or orthopedics, right? So, my family, we have many doctors, right? Education was always given a priority, like I said. The kids are expected to have a doctoral degree at the least. Okay, so you have to be either a PhD, a doctor, or an engineer and work for a reputed firm, right? I was always an animal lover. I always had dogs as my pets since my childhood. At least two of them. I had two dogs, and I have a very kind heart. Anytime I see an animal in pain, it is my principle, it is a rule in my personal life that I'll put everything on the side but help the poor animal, right? So I am an animal lover. I am a member of a lot many groups around where I live in the community, for humane society, etc., etc. So I'm a member of a lot many groups and organization. That includes PETA. So I have majored in computer science, right? So I'm a computer science major turned medical student. I am currently working as a cybersecurity analyst for a leading sports media channel. What I do is data analysis and documentation. I provide my expertise in NIST, NIST, ISO, CISA, and also HIPAA and EPHI. In my past, I worked for Pfizer, Moderna, Boston Scientific, Navy Federal Credit Union, and Isban Santander. Right? So these are all banks. Navy Fed and Isban Santander is a bank, but all these are pharmaceutical companies, right? Pfizer and Moderna are famous for vaccines, and Boston Scientific is famous for their medical devices. So, a lot many people have asked me, what religion I follow. So I am a Hindu. We follow Hindu religion, right? A Hindu views the entire universe as gods and everything in the universe as God. So we see God in everything and everyone. Hindus believe that each person is intrinsically divine and the purpose of life is to seek and realize the divinity within all of us. So this is exactly why we say namaste, which means my soul surrenders to your soul, right? So that's namaste. That's the real meaning of namaste. And the Hindu belief is totally non-exclusive and accepts all their faiths and religious paths. So Hinduism is a polytheistic religion, which means we accept multiple gods, right? So which makes us open to accepting that there are other gods that exist in the world and the different types of people that exist that may have different views, but we still respect them, okay? All right. So I am a devotee of Hare Krishna, right? So Hare Krishnas are a Hindu group that practice monotheism, right? And believe in divinity of Krishna. So Hare Krishna is a part of Hinduism, right? So, Hare Krishnas are monotheistic, which believe in just one God, and that's Sri Krishna. The movement is also known as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. ISKCON is very famous. There are temples everywhere around the world for and there are devotees around the world, and most of them are foreigners. They're from India, from multiple parts of the world, right? We have the biggest ISKCON temple in New York, right? All right, so I speak multiple languages. I speak English because my education is in English. I speak Hindi, which is the national language of India. I speak Gujarati, which is my mother language. That's what we speak in my state. My mother speaks that language, so that's a mother language. Each and every state in India has a different language. It's like going from Massachusetts to New York, and New York would have a completely different language, but you have just one national language that everybody speaks. Everybody in India now speaks Hindi and English because everybody's educated in English, right? But we also have our own local regional languages that we speak. And that's why I speak fluent English, Hindi, Gujarati. I can read and write. And also Sanskrit. Sanskrit is actually my favorite language. It's an ancient, excuse me, Indian language, and I speak Sanskrit very well, and I can recite all the mantras. My grandfather was a PhD in Sanskrit, and he actually gave me my first name, which is actually a Sanskrit name, which means devotion to God by sitting close to God, right? So my first name is actually a Sanskrit name, right? So my favorite book to read is Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita's main message is to live a life of purpose and truth and to embrace one's duty. So it's all about karma. And this is exactly why you'll always hear me talking, do good, live a life of detachment, care about everyone, but still live a life of detachment. I'm not saying isolation, I'm saying emotional detachment, right? And focus on your duty. It also encourages people to overcome self-doubt and live with strength, purity, and integrity. All right, so you have to overcome self-doubt, right? Many of us doubt on ourselves, which is wrong. It's exactly why we cannot use our potential to the maximum level. Maybe we are using 0.2 or 3%, right? We have to live in strength, purity, and integrity. Doesn't matter what life has to offer you. All you have to do is do good and make sure you show a lot of strength and purity. Have childlike innocence. Have purity in your actions. Don't be someone who has a very dark side to their personality, who wants to do bad to others to make themselves feel good. That itself shows that you're not a very divine soul. Something's not right with you. And show a little bit of integrity. Be honest, have as much purity and integrity as you can. No one is perfect, but try to be as kind-hearted and honest as you can. Okay. All right. So mantra sadhana is also something that I follow. One of the most significant aspects of meditation is chanting of mantras. I chant many mantras. Mantras literally are liberator of mind in Sanskrit. Are sacred words associated with dhwani or sound, which is nothing but energy and vibrations, right? This is exactly why you will hear a lot of music that is coming from my home, but most of them it's usually mantras. And Reiki cleansing mantras, you'll see aura cleansing mantras, because I do a lot of aura vibration meditation as well. All right, so my favorite mantra is Om. When I close my eyes, I usually do focus on, I just see an image of Om when I close my eyes, and I just focus on that Om, and I try to do as much Om meditation as possible. Om meditation actually helped me focus on just one thing, and it also has a very drastic impact on my focus, my memory. I can do multiple things. I can remember things as well. So I do a lot of yoga. Om is everything. It is a source. It is a vibration of consciousness of the entire universe. All right. I'm all about vibration and consciousness. You'll see me talking about conscious mind very often, right? Infinite state, infinite or absolute consciousness cannot be expressed by a sound, right? So that's the point. Maya, which is illusion, preventing us from infinite states, right? Maya is everything that is materialistic. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. I want to I want to achieve a lot many things in life. I want to have the best of everything, right? So that's Maya. I want something, I want something, I want something, and no matter how much I get it, I'm not happy. That's Maya, right? You're lost in a maze of Maya. That's what it means. A dream state, your experience of the world without being fully awake or deeply asleep, right? So dream state, you're always in a dream state, right? So that's not how it should be. Conscious state, being awake and experiencing life through the five senses, which is my favorite state, being conscious and being awake and experience life through five states, five senses. That also includes the sense of perception. A lot many people at times we lose direction and we don't know what you're doing. There's lack of clarity in our work. I don't appreciate that. Okay. Unconscious state, deep sleep or death. Okay. So Om has multiple vibration meaning to it. Okay. My favorite personal vibration is the conscious state and the infinite state. Where I actually say to myself that I am a part of universe. Another mantra that I do recite very often that has caused me a lot of liberation is Hare Krishna mantra. Like I said, I do follow ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, right? So Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. It's not something that you're just saying it for the sake of it. This consciousness is the original energy of the living entity. When we hear the transcendental vibration, this consciousness is revived. This chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is directly enacted from the spiritual platform, and thus the sound vibration surpasses all lower strata of consciousness, namely sensual, mental, and intellectual. As such, anyone can take part in chanting without any previous qualification. So you can chant this mantra, okay? You can chant this mantra. It surpasses all the lower strata of consciousness. So it doesn't matter where you are in your life, in your spiritual journey. This mantra, I promise you, it will help you, in creating a spiritual platform for a spiritual mind. So it doesn't matter what you're going through. You may be going through divorces, you may be going through breakups, you may be going through failures, you may have lost someone in your life, you may be going through some family grievances. But I promise you, the minute you start chanting this mantra, everything will go away and you will feel like your life is coming into an alignment. Okay, I promise you that. Okay, it is a very powerful mantra. This mantra has actually helped me achieve a lot in my life. Okay, like I said, I am computer science major turned med student, right? I've been through life challenges, but I still survived, okay? It doesn't matter what life would throw at me, I will be able to survive. And it's only because of this mantra, okay? Because I practice detachment. I'm not attached to anything, okay? I also do a lot of chakra meditation. Chakra meditation is a spiritual practice that focus on the 7 energy centers or chakras located along the spine. These chakras are believed to regulate various aspects of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, right? The benefits of chakra meditation promotes balance and harmony. Chakra meditation aims to align and balance chakras, leading to a sense of inner peace and harmony, right? So whenever you do chakra meditation, when you're focusing on a particular point on your body, it gives you internal peace and harmony. All right, reduces stress and anxiety. I listen to a lot of Reiki chakra music, and I promise you, the minute I tune into it, the minute I start the meditation, it starts impacting me right away. It doesn't even take a lot of time. Why? Because I am very much open to the universe to soak up all the good vibration. Right? I'm open to receive. I'm not open to receive negativity, but I'm open to receive the positivity, especially the positive vibration of the universe. Right? By focusing on the chakras and releasing blockages, chakra meditation can help reduce stress and anxiety. It improves emotional well-being. By addressing emotional imbalances associated with specific chakras, chakra meditation can enhance emotional well-being. It also helps enhance intuition and spiritual awareness. There's a difference between being religious and spiritual. A religious person may not be spiritual, and a spiritual person may not be religious. At the same time, you can be both or you can be neither. That is a possibility, okay? Chakra meditation can deepen intuition and spiritual awareness by connecting with the higher energy centers. Some believe that balanced chakras contribute to overall physical health by regulating energy flow throughout the body, improves physical health. Okay. All right. So these are the name of the chakras. This is a Sahasra chakra or the crown chakra, 1,000-petal lotus. This is the Ajna chakra, which is a third eye. Throat chakra is right here, which is Vishuddhi chakra. I want you to touch all the points on your body. Touch each and every point. So try to touch your crown chakra on the top of your head, and hum a little sound. You can say Om, or you can say you can do a little bit of B vibration, like buzz. I promise you, the minute you touch that particular point, it will start getting activated. Okay. This particular chakra is Anahata, or a heart chakra, right? This particular chakra is the solar plexus chakra, Manipura chakra, or solar plexus chakra. This area here is the Swadhisthana, or sacral chakra here. This is Mooladhara chakra, which is the root chakra, alright? Mooladhara chakra is actually my favorite chakra because it helps me do a lot of grounding meditation. Another chakra that I especially love is crown chakra because it connects me to the universe, alright? And also Anahata, heart chakra, because I do come from heart, okay? I think from my brain, but I take decisions from the heart, okay? Because I come from empathy, right? Which is Karuna, right? Karuna is empathy, right? So the positive part of crown chakra is it provides a lot of spirituality. It provides a lot of empathy, right? I said when I do crown meditation, it connects me to the universe and it makes me one. So whatever pain I feel, I know that others are feeling the same pain. If I'm hungry, then chances are there's a squirrel in my backyard who's also hungry in winters, right? So that's empathy, okay? Cosmic unity, enlightenment, and absolute joy. When I feel happiness throughout my body. I feel each and every cell of my body is happy. Alright, and I could attain that level of happiness only through crown chakra meditation. The people that have crown chakra blocked are actually those that come from a lot of ego and attachment. They make bad decisions. You may have a really good relationship in your life and you may say no to it. Why? Because you're egotistic, right? If you're too attached to somebody, that also shows that your crown chakra needs a little bit of healing. Ajna, or a third eye chakra, is all about awareness and intuition and clarity. You may have seen people that are very angry, they have a lot of anxiety, they don't trust anybody. Somewhere it shows that your third eye chakra is either overly active or underactive. It's less active, right? Vishuddhi, or throat chakra, is all about communication, truth, expression, confidence, understanding. You may have seen many people that may use foul language, alright? You may have seen many people that do not talk at all. They sit in the corner and say absolutely nothing. Now, you can be an introvert by choice. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those that are literally isolating themselves and they're not saying anything, okay? Due to negative reason, due to past trauma, etc. Alright, this can be because of grief, lies, abuse, or gossip, right? So many people like to gossip. Many people like to gaslight. Many people like, acting like a negative Nancy, Debbie Downers. Those are all issues with throat chakras, right? Anahata, or a heart chakra, which is love, compassion, generosity, self-acceptance. Alright, so you are showing love, you're showing compassion, you're showing generosity. Over generosity is also imbalance of heart chakra. Why? Because you're giving too much and you only have $1 with you, and you gave up everything. So that's also not nice. I think you should live a balanced life. Hate, fear, manipulation. I'm sorry. Hate is something that is, you're showing a lot of hate. Hate about certain kind of people, hate about certain situations, etc. Those are all negative vibrations. They're all low vibration. Or fear. A lot many people have unknown fear. I'm afraid XYZ is going to do this or that, or I'm afraid there's a ghost, or I'm afraid that someone's following me. I'm afraid there's something going on. All right, so all those things are hate and fear, and they actually show imbalance of heart chakra. Your heart chakra has to be open. You have to accept everything in life as is. You have to accept that I have a lot of love, I have a lot of compassion, and my love and compassion is for me and or those that deserve my service, right? So those that desire and deserve me. So as a human being, you should know who your audience is, right? So there you go. Manipura or solar plexus chakra is all about self-motivation, purpose, and channelization, right? So if you feel that you're not motivated, you lack sense of purpose, you don't have any direction, then maybe you should do a little bit of Manipura meditation, right? So a lot many people are overly greedy, they're jealous, and jealousy is evil, right? We've seen wars being played because of jealousy, right? Trojan War was jealousy based. We've seen a lot many other wars that are jealousy based. How dare you walk on the moon first? So all those things are jealous based, right? So obsession, some people get obsessed with certain things, right? We've seen OCDs, we've seen obsession relationship that have caused some dangerous things which are just low vibrational, and you shouldn't do it, okay? As long as there is love, you're in love. As long as there is love, you're in relationship. If there is no feelings, it just means that you're going back to a place of indifference or just being friends, okay? And that's pretty much it, okay? So obsession, jealousy, controlling someone is not something that you like. To me, it shows solar plexus chakra. Something's not right with you. Swadhisthana or sacral chakra, creativity, warm, friendly, and pleasure. Sacral chakra is all about creativity, right? So if you're a very creative person, you live in a very creative cottage fairy-like world. You have your own world that you define yourself, and you have your comfort zone in your world. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot many scientists, a lot many people think creativity is only painting and coloring, but that's actually not the truth. Creativity is anything where you can actually find intelligent solutions to your problems, right? So that's creativity. If I cannot go from station A to B via Uber or Lyft, then either I can take a train, or I can take a bus, or I can carpool, right? Or I can walk, or maybe I'll just share a ride with somebody, or maybe I should ask people around how to do it. So these are all creative solutions that you're finding to your problem, right? So at this Sthana chakra, if it's not very activated, it shows depression, it shows lusty behavior, it shows over complication in physical relationship. It also shows emotional confusion. You don't know what you want, okay? So we've seen that. We've seen many individuals that are confused, right? Muladhara or root chakra is all about enthusiasm, survival, confidence, control, belonging, and stability. Muladhara is a grounding chakra. People that are very flighty, they go from one thing to another. They're not very grounded. They're just very flighty people. They're running around like headless chickens, so that's not how it should be. If you have any kind of issues with Muladhara chakra, you can very easily tell, because they will have issues with irrationality. They get stuck very easily. They stay stuck on just one problem, and they cannot move from one to another, right? So that is irrationality. That is inertia and irrationality, which means finding false logic, connecting to different people for no reason, finding issues when there are none. Just because you don't have anything else to do. Cravings. A lot many people have cravings, like all of a sudden you want to eat potato chips. So that shows issues with Muladhara chakra, right? So I have an advanced knowledge in chakras and meditation because I follow it. I've been doing it since childhood, right? And it has helped me in my life a lot. Okay, apart from doing chakra meditation, I also do a yoga, right? The word yoga is derived from Sanskrit root yuj, yeah, meaning to join or to yoke or to unite. Okay, as per yogic scriptures, the practice of yoga leads to union of individual consciousness with that of universal consciousness, indicating a perfect harmony between mind and body, man and nature. Right? So yoga is an ancient practice that combines physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines. It aims to unite the body, mind, and spirit through various techniques, include physical postures, which are asanas, right? These exercises improve flexibility, strength, and balance. Breathing exercises, pranayam. These focus on regulating breath to enhance relaxation and inner awareness. I do a lot of pranayam myself and asanas as well. Meditation. This practice cultivates stillness and mindfulness. Ethical principles, yamas and niyamas, right? These guidelines promote moral conduct and self-discipline. So yoga originated in India thousands of years ago and is rooted in Hinduism, right? So yoga is very famous worldwide, and it is a biggest contribution of Hinduism to the world, right? However, it has evolved into a global practice that transcends religious boundaries and embraced by people of various faiths. It doesn't matter which religion and what faith you follow, yoga is for you, right? There are many different styles of yoga, such as Hatha, Iyengar, Bikram, and Ashtanga, right? So I personally practice Ashtanga yoga, which is synchronicity and set sequences in yoga positions. Okay, so there are 4 stages in Sanskrit for Dhyana. My favorite position in yoga is Dhyana Virasana, right? So there are 4 stages of Dhyana, distinguishing the shift of attention from the outward sensory world, right? Detachment from external world and a consciousness of joy and ease, which is something I practice on a daily basis. You will see me as someone who's very detached from the external world, and I enjoy the internal joy and ease. You'll see me living a very slow and easy and joyful life. Concentration with suppression of reasoning and investigation. You're focusing, but you're also suppressing your overthinking, right? You're suppressing your reasoning and investigation. A lot many people are always rationalizing things and brooding over the same thing again and again, which shows a hyperactivity of your neurons, which is a cause of a lot many mental disorders, which we do not need, right? And the passing away of joy with a sense of ease remaining, right? The passing away of ease also bring about a state of pure self-possession equanimity. So as you can see, there is a little synchronicity. It happens one after another, all right? So first you're detaching, then you're concentrating suppressing your reasoning and investigation, then you're slowly letting go of joy with a sense of ease remaining, and then you're letting go of ease with a state of pure self-possession and equanimity. Yeah, so you're slowly and gradually uniting yourself in Dhyana position, right? So this is my particular favorite position to sit, Dhyana Virasana. This is my favorite yoga position. I'm sorry. I live in Northeast and the weather has been brutal, right? So apologize. So I am a pure vegetarian, and I've been a vegetarian by birth. Sattvic foods are foods that are considered pure, so I only eat sattvic food. Nourishing and promote mental clarity and well-being according to Ayurvedic medicine. They are typically fresh and unprocessed, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. I also eat fruits, vegetables, sprouts, and certain herbs. I love ginger, turmeric. You will also see me eating a lot of asafoetida and fenugreek leaves because they're very important. I also love cumin because cumin is a provider of estrogen. It's full of estrogen, right? So I eat a lot of cumin. I also make cumin tea and I eat it. I drink a lot of tea. Like my favorite tea is hibiscus and rose tea. I love it. I also like sage. I like eucalyptus. I like peppermint, right? So I grew up in a family where they believed in Ayurveda, which is also a gift of Hinduism, the natural herbs and medicines, all right, so of ancient India, right? So I love, consuming herbs of all kinds. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. You'll see me eating a lot of broccoli, oranges. I eat a lot of apples. I eat everything that's very easy to digest. Mild and non-spicy food is my favorite, right? It's pure and unadulterated, so there's not a lot of refined sugars. I don't add sugar in my food. I don't eat anything that comes out of a can. I don't like it. I don't eat anything that's frozen. Sometimes, because of weather conditions, we may have to, but it's usually no. All right, and artificial ingredients. I don't like artificial colors. On the contrary, I'm heavily allergic to artificial colors. I do not consume artificial colors. My personal favorite is legumes, right? So you can store legumes very easily. You can store, let's say, rajma beans, kidney beans are my favorite. So, on an average, I eat a lot of yogurt. You'll see me eating a lot of yogurt, a lot of rice, a lot of chapati. So, this is like a tortilla. You'll see me eating sweets, but they are home cooked sweets, and I love it. You'll see me eating a lot of cauliflower with curry, and as you can see, this is full of turmeric. My favorite is okra. I eat a lot of okra, and legumes are also my favorite. This is a legume curry. Cucumber and some crunchies, and some mung beans are also my favorite. And this is like cottage cheese, and but it's not very spicy. It's just regular. Right, things I do for cerebral entertainment, certain things that I do for my body, but there are certain things that I do for my brain, right? So I read a lot of spiritual and self-help books. My favorite book was The Outlier by Malcolm Gladwell, and I try to do different things, and I also try to do things that may guide others to do things differently, because I think humans are all about staying in their comfort zone, right? Sometimes you have to. You have to follow rules and regulations, but at times, when it comes to your karma, there's nothing wrong in deviating and doing things differently if it's impacting humans for all the good reasons, okay? I also attend a lot of virtual book clubs because of what happened, COVID, and I don't really like going in person, but I do like attending virtual book clubs. I also love doing pottery, so you'll see me working on my pottery wheel a lot, right? I don't do it now because it's very cold, but whenever I get a chance, I do a little bit of pottery and also paint on the pots. I do a lot of painting. Human anatomy sketches are like my favorite. I love drawing a lot. I do a lot of home decor. Decorating my apartment is my favorite. I live a very simple life and I don't like spending a lot of money, but anytime I get a chance to decorate my apartment, I do it. Quilting is something that my grandma taught me at a very young age, and I do a lot of quilting. I make quilts out of old clothes, which reminds me of the fun memories that I have with my grandma. I only have memories of her, but they inspire me and make me do the right thing because she gave me a lot of knowledge. She also gave me a lot of knowledge on how to build an ethical relationship, relationship that a personal relationship to a woman, the relationship between a man and a woman. So she guided me, and I will remember it for the rest of my life. And she also blessed me, and she said that even if I wanted to compromise, God will intervene and He won't allow me to do it. So I have a very strong belief and faith in God. Okay. So I also like doing a lot of embroidery. So every time I use my needles, I'm very good with needlework, to be honest. Every time I do embroidery, it kind of reminds me, each and every stitch reminds me of the days I spent in my childhood. And I do like to live it. I do not overdo it, because I want to enjoy it as a quality memory and not something that's overdone. You can't think about it all day. I have to study as well, right? So cosmetology and aesthetics are also my favorite. Most of uh, you not only have to beautify your mind, your soul, purify your body, but also make sure you look pretty. If God has given you, each and every organ in your body is supposed to be adored with, right? So you have to beautify yourself. This is exactly why you will see I use a lot of artistry even in human anatomy. Why? Because I think each and everything is a painting, by God. You have to respect it. I don't care if you're doing it for a spleen, you're doing it for a heart, you're doing it for a lung, but each and every part of our body is beautiful. Each and every part of our body has a spirit, right? So cells, tissues, organs, they all have a spirit, and you have to respect it, right? All right. So I also watch a lot of Hollywood movies. Um, you'll see me talk about movies a lot, right? So I'm a huge fan of watching movies, and you'll see that in a lot of many PowerPoints that I make. Um, all right. So I hope this helps in understanding who am I and where I'm from, my religious beliefs, and I hope I inspire you to be yourself, because I'm all about showing my uniqueness, right? So I wish you good luck. Bye.